What's up, everybody? We're about to go live. Oh, we are live, but then we're about to go live on the other. What up, Philip? Don't give me none of your guff, Philip. I don't want to hear none of that. Noise. How you doing out there, Philip? Bum 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 ba da ba bum 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 ba ba. Oh no! A to the motherfucking K, homeboy. Shit. A to the motherfucking K. We're getting all set up. We're about to get on with my podcasting partner, Mecca. See, just because I turned the TV off, I fucked everything up. What's the name of this channel? Players fuck up, bro. Players fuck up. Players fuck up, mate. Players fuck up. Nothing I can do about that. You know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying, G? All right, hold on. All right, now let's click it over to PC. Let's see here. We be dropping like flies. Clean closets struggle. Small water charters.
What's the haps?
What's the haps on some craps? What's up, man?
Nothing much. Sorry, I was organizing cards.
No, you're all good, man. I just jumped on. I'm looking for him.
Yeah, I'll show you some cool shit. That's always fun to look at. So, like Dylan Cruz, like the anime shit, Leaf anime shit, pretty cool.
Nice.
And how much you love women's basketball, Kelsey Plum.
You know, I'm all about that basketball. The ladies' basketball is amazing.
And then the Malik Neighbors animation stuff. So, these are cool cards because like it's kind of that anime art vibe.
Right.
So yeah, whatever. Just give me a minute.
No, you're good. I sent my title to me. What the hell? Hold on. Finally. Took forever, huh? When you get what you're asking for it.
I got a grant for it. I think it was a good deal. I don't know if I undersold it. I might have. But sometimes it's hard to figure out one-on-one items and what they should be priced at.
Right.
But you know, at the end of the day, something else will come up. And then another thing will come up, and then another thing will come up. And in a few years, if I really want the card and I have a bunch of money, I'll find the card and I'll buy it back. But good money on it, so I'm not complaining.
Sounds like you're doing nothing but complaining. No, I'm just fucking with you, dude.
I had a mixed day today. Let's leave it at that.
A mixed day?
I don't like that I don't have any work at my job. It's unnerving.
Oh, well. I'm sure they'll get you something to work on at some point.
What it is that it's coming, and I know it's coming.
That's what she said. Sorry, my
Yeah.
bad. I've been watching The Office, so I can't. As soon as you said that was the first thing I thought. I was like, that's what she said, bro.
My favorite scene in The Office is when Michael and Stanley are eating a pretzel, and Stanley says, "That's what she said," and then Michael just starts laughing.
Yep. Yeah, dude, I just saw the pretzel episode too. I literally just watched that the other day. Dude.
No, you get to the back of the line. No, you get to the back of the line.
And then her husband calls him a couple of Marys, and I'm like, that wouldn't go by today. Oops, the description seems to be invalid for okay.
The pretzel day, that's a great episode.
That is a great episode.
Fire drill is a good episode when Dwight does the fire drill.
Jesus Christ.
What else are the good episodes of The Office?
Dude, I literally just I keep The Office and Seinfeld kind of up all the time, and I just watch it when I get bored. When I'm like, I don't want to get into anything at this moment, but you know.
So the way I do things is that this is gonna sound fucked up, right? But like, I like watching Chicago PD.
Yeah.
So it's fuck, why can't I think of the actor? Jason Bate.
Jason Bateman?
No. Or Jason Bay, or something like that. I don't know how you say it. But not the point. But like Chicago PD, it's not complicated for me to watch, right?
Right.
I could turn it on and I could do all my social media, or I could do something like posting something or building, an interview shell or something like that, right? So when I'm doing something meaningless, or I'm like scheduling all of like my holiday shit for like Christmas on YouTube, on Facebook, I pull up Chicago PD because there's like I'm on season 8, right?
Right.
So I can power through 6 like episodes, and then over 6 hours I get all my work done, and it's less painful. Does that make any sense?
No, it does, because I listen to I put the audio description on Netflix, man, and I'll be listening to a TV show like a podcast in my earphones while I'm doing something over here that it doesn't even matter, because they said they explain it for the audio descriptions for people that can't see, so they describe everything that's not shown on the screen. So like, oh, they're in. What's really funny is when they describe like how somebody looking like, you really didn't need to know that person was black or Indian in this scene. Like I can understand, like, or maybe you can kind of hear it in their voice, like they a dark-skinned male. Like, okay,
you know why they do that though, right?
No, I don't.
They legally have to.
Oh.
An audio descriptor. This is my profession, man.
You do audio description?
It's part. So I work in digital accessibility, right?
Yeah.
So all of this falls under that. And so the reason why is that you need to give somebody as much context as possible, right?
Right.
So if you were to describe me, it would be I have brown hair that's going gray. I wear glasses. I have facial hair that's brown. That is not a long. It's a full beard but short, right? And I'm white Caucasian, right? That's how you would describe me, along with some other stuff, sitting on my bed, right?
Yeah.
Because somebody who's blind or has low vision gets an idea, right? So that's why, because they want to give somebody as much description so they have as much context.
They don't describe the Caucasian people as much, dude. Like, I'm just saying. I mean, I've watched, because I keep it on audio description because my vision isn't that good, so it helps me out on some things. But I just find it's just some of. I mean, I don't care. I mean, they can describe it. I just think it's kind of funny the way they describe like who we're gonna tell what race and who we're gonna like. Because a lot of times, I mean, it's not like they describe Daredevil is the first time they see it on the Disney news show. Like Daredevil's a white male. Like they don't tell you that stuff. Like I mean, I get it. Like Daredevil's an Irish male. They don't. They don't. And they might all. And I think a lot of it's just catching up and stuff like that. You ready to talk some wrestling, man?
That's what we're doing tonight?
I guess.
Oh, I'm going to tell you something that so you know how I finally am not taking shit from anybody anymore.
Yeah.
So what happened is that somebody on eBay said I stole their images for my listings, and I said no, I didn't. And he said you clown, and so I just said, bro, what's your fucking problem? Like what I basically said to him, I said, dude, I didn't steal anything, but thanks for accusing. Instead of trying to bully another seller.
Hold on 1 second. Is it him turning heel? Yeah, that's not. I like that. Is it his bald spot?
I did not see that coming. I did not see it coming.
Well, let's talk about it, man. We haven't been on in 2
Cool,
weeks.
we'll go live then.
All right, man. Go live.
Go live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, what's up, guys? You can finally see me. I've been here all the last 3 weeks. Supposedly I haven't been seen. It's a problem. I don't know why. I've been here. I don't know where you've been, Keenan. I've been here the whole time.
Oh, you have? So we're gonna lie to the people that you weren't completely devastated and broken up by your boy John Cena turning heel? Like he couldn't even. He was so devastated he couldn't even move. You guys. He was like, I just can't do it, Keenan. My boy, the ball spot, the ball spot, the evil took him over. I just can't do it. I can't dredge up the.
I took the day off. No. I'll be honest. So obviously this is talking wrestling before we get too far in. Got my good friend Keenan here, but obviously I didn't see it coming, right? I didn't see it coming. I kind of thought I thought Cody was gonna go heel.
That's what she said. You did not see it coming. Watch out.
No, I mean, that is true. That is true. That's what she said anyway.
I blame The Office. My bad. I've been watching The Office. Go ahead.
It's not pretzel day. Why are we doing this? It's not pretzel day. No.
I'm just getting caught up on the. Every time you say something, like I'm not for sure. I'm apologizing right now for any "that's what she said" comments. It's just stuck in my head right now. Go ahead, but yeah, I didn't. I thought it was pointless for John Cena to turn heel. I didn't think there was. And I mean, he did it a good way, and it was. I don't know. I mean, and his second. His biting promo where he came out, was like, it's your fault. I done everything for you. It's like, God damn, just more whiny bitching, like acknowledge me type shit. Like,
I have an opinion on it completely. So I agree, right? So I want to break this down a little bit because this is where I think this is interesting, right? So John Cena going heel. On paper, I thought it was a stupid idea. I didn't think they were going to turn Cody heel because I don't think Cody Rhodes can be a heel.
No, not right now.
I don't think. I think he could be an anti-hero. I think he could do. Nobody can be Stone Cold Steve Austin. So I don't want to equate that, right? And I'm not trying to. But I'm also getting to the point of saying that I think Cody Rhodes can do some stuff like that, where he could be bad, but also he could flick off his boss, right? But like, I don't think he can go full like Randy, where I'm gonna punch you in your head. I don't think Randy Orton, that's a different level of a heel, right?
Yeah.
Is that you're gonna punch Vince in the head? Like that's a whole different level. Where you're trying to end somebody's career. Like, I don't think Cody can do that yet, if ever. But John Cena and what he's done is amazing. But I thought they were going to turn Cody heel. I thought Cody was going to go to the dark side. I thought we were going to get this whole thing. And I thought that's how the story was going to end. Because Cody wants everything now. And then we have John Cena being a cowboy.
Well,
said in Paradise as the ultimate baby face send off Hollywood Hogan bullshit, right?
Right. Well, it seemed like maybe they turned. I mean, you can kind of see. I mean, the way he just after he came out of Royal Rumble, he's like, I'm gonna be in the Elimination Chamber. Well, you just said that you were gonna earn everything because you don't deserve it. Like you're literally just going, and all of us are like, okay, all right, whatever, John. I guess you do deserve. We're all just kind of sitting there taking it. So, and then he comes out, and the way, I mean, and the whole Travis Scott busting homeboy's eardrum or doing whatever to him, it just. But they didn't even need the fucking Rock. Like the promo with John Cena could have turned heel without the fucking Rock there. They didn't need it. Like, and the way he was always he was already turning that way because you could tell like whenever Seth frickin' Rollins stepped on CM Punk's head, John Cena of old wouldn't have taken advantage of that. Oh, I gotta go. No, John Cena of old would. I did like how he started, like, it seemed like he gave less of a fuck about his bald spot. Like,
See, I think it would have been great, right? Where I don't even think we needed the Travis Scott, Cody Rhodes stuff with John Cena. I think John Cena doing what he did to CM Punk was the start of it, right?
mm-hmm.
But then we get this moment where he's happy and he just stole the opportunity, right? And he took it as a gift, which I also thought was kind of cool because now we're getting John Cena needs where he's older. If somebody fouls LeBron James, right?
Right.
It's kind of like, you know, the guy still got talent. The guy is still a champ, but he's not full prime. So he'll take an easy win to get number 17. And, you know, that's the thing where, like, and that's what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting a full heel turn. I was expecting the full heel turn at WrestleMania, where I was expecting a low blow on Cody with the ref turned around. John Cena gives Cody the attitude adjustment and he goes over dirty.
Right.
Number 17. That to me would have been, and then we would have had the heel run out of WrestleMania to SummerSlam.
I don't think he needs number 17. I think they're using number 17 as a pivoting point so they can use it like, I've got to get 17. I don't think he technically, I mean, John Cena doesn't, I mean, John Cena is going to be whoever he is no matter if he has 17 championships or not.
But didn't we have this conversation? Sorry to cut you off. We had this conversation last WrestleMania. Because what they did at WrestleMania 40 was not for WrestleMania 40, and it's not for 41, and it wasn't for 39 either. It was for WrestleMania 60. Because everything that TKO is doing, everything WWE is doing now is archival. And we're looking back. Because we look back at memories of things like WrestleMania 17, right? And maybe this is a wrestling thing, and maybe this is, you know, I'm 32, right? So at WrestleMania 60, which is 20 years away, I'm going to be 52, and ideally, hopefully I'm going to have children, and ideally, hopefully they're going to be somewhat into this with me, and, you know, WrestleMania 50 might be a thing, WrestleMania 55 might be a thing. So I think they're trying to create the legacy and content that could later on be utilized and monetized and put into the legacy of the vault, whatever that looks like, and whatever new media is going to look like. I don't think that this is about, John Cena's legacy, 16, 17, 18 titles doesn't mean jack shit. He could have 10 titles and it wouldn't mean anything, right?
Yeah.
At this point, the title doesn't mean anything as far as his legacy. It means something for how much they can monetize the motherfucking thing today and in 20 years from now.
Right.
That's what this is about. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, right? But, like, that's what it's about.
I understand that they're, you know, building for future generations and everything and trying to, you know, keep the I mean, I just don't.
Also, there's another element to this, too, that's a dirty secret.
What?
This is going to increase John Cena's back-end revenue. Because now, much like, I hate to use the dirty word Hulk Hogan, but Hulk Hogan has cemented his legacy, therefore Hulk Hogan can do guest appearances and a bunch of other shit. Not saying 17 and doing something monumental and having the milestone. I hate to be that guy that breaks down the business of this, but it is significant, and I think that he's trying to send John Cena a nice parting gift. You know, that's going to wind up making him probably $100 million more over the next 15 to 20 years of his life. But, you know, not that he needs it, but nonetheless, you know, I think there's something to be said about that too.
Well, I believe it. I mean, they're going to get whatever they get from it. I mean, it is what it is.
but I loved it. I loved the heel turn, man. I did not see it coming. And I don't know, did you watch the press conference?
The after press conference where you just, no, I saw like some highlights or something like that where you just dropped the mic or some shit like that and just said.
That was interesting. What The Rock was speaking about is they went a little deep behind the scenes. So very few people knew this was coming.
Yeah.
Triple H knew it, The Rock knew it, Travis Scott knew it, Cody Rhodes knew it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Probably, I mean, John Cena knew it, obviously. But what Triple H said to the production here, he said, run all the traffic through me. Meaning that whatever's going to happen, I'm going to make the call. If we're going to mute something, I'm calling it. Which was the F-bomb that they allowed.
Yeah.
Which I also thought was fascinating because here you have, I'm not saying you got a 5-year-old watching, but you probably do. In summer, or you got some 12-year-olds watching, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have dropped the F-bomb so quickly, but Cody dropped an F-bomb and they didn't bleep it out.
Well, no, and it's towards the end of the night. It's funny what they because what they bleeped out Seth Rollins and CM Punk flipping each other off in that Roman Reigns shit, and that was on Netflix, right? Yeah, that was on Netflix too. So I mean,
I didn't know if that was done. Was that done during or after?
I think that I'm not for sure. I watch the Raw shit after. I don't watch it like during the live.
Next day as well. Yeah. So I don't know if it was done on the repeat or if it was done in the after, but I did see that was.
But they haven't bleeped any. And when I've watched it repeated on other nights, they haven't bleeped anything out. Like I heard the non-bleep stuff every other Netflix.
I mean, I'm sure that they would bleep out if there was like a nip slip or something like that.
Well, yeah, I can see that, but we're talking about it's hard to distinguish what's okay for them to show and what's okay for them to say language-wise and what's not okay. That's my biggest thing is like distinguish. Okay, so what's allowed for us to do here? What can we get away with?
On Netflix, right? This is where this gets tricky, right?
Mm-hmm.
There are R-rated movies on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
And there's nude scenes on Netflix. I mean, I don't want a hardcore porn on Netflix, right? I think we all agree that Netflix is not the place for that.
Right.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. I want to make that crystal clear. If that's your thing and you're an adult and you're something adult, go have at it. But Netflix is not the place for that, right? But if there's a sex scene in a movie, I mean, and it's an R-rated movie, but that's where this gets tricky, right? Because I think all of Monday Night Raw now is on Netflix, if I'm not mistaken, worldwide.
Yeah, but on Netflix they have the different settings where it's not going to be available on like my kid. It's not going to show up if my kid gets on Netflix during Raw time. It's not going to show up on my kid's stuff because it's not like he literally has a kid section for him, and that's where he goes to on Netflix. So I mean that they do it later at night, and I mean really and truly, the way I feel about my YouTube channel, like people like my mods and stuff, like oh they're too young. I was like, well we can get rid of them, but in the end, I feel like Charles Barkley. I'm not their fucking role model. I'm not. Maybe their parents should be making sure that they're not clicking on and getting on an adult, even being on something that's 18 plus on YouTube.
I'm an 18 plus. My settings on YouTube are 18 plus, right?
Yeah.
But if somehow this gets past that 18 plus parameter, I don't know what to say here, right? So I'm not gonna go show nudity on my account, right? But I interview adult entertainers, and if you're 16 and you caught it, I don't know what to say, right?
Mine's more about adult language, like people like the way I talk and what I talk about and what like same as you. Like I'm not sitting there trying to show a nipple or show anything that's, even like something like a gun or anything like that. I'm not trying to show anything censored at all. But what I talk and what I say, like really and truly, like there's people that get on my stuff and they're like, oh, better be careful. That's I'm like, well. Like unless they say something like anytime a kid says like, well I'm not, I'm like, well yeah, why'd you have to say anything? Please get off my channel. Because I don't want to have to like censor myself or do anything. Like if you would have not say, if you could pass for however old you are and you don't have to say anything to me, then it's like I'd rather be dumb and not know it, you know what I mean? But as soon as they throw it out there,
You would rather claim ignorance as your defense.
Yeah, ignorance. There you go. That's the word I was. Ignorance is bliss. So I'd rather not know. And as soon as I do know, then it's like, okay, let's get rid of them, guys.
It's tricky, right? Because again, I don't answer my chat during an interview because it's me and my guests.
Yeah.
I'll speak to somebody after if I'm on a live stream, if I'm doing a wrap-up show and we're having a conversation or there's comments. That's all fine and dandy. But I'm not gonna answer somebody with me, my guest, just because it's our time. It's not the comments don't matter in that sense because I think they're just gonna create more of a distraction.
Right.
And they tend to fuck up an interview. An interview has a flow. And I understand not everybody likes that, right?
Right.
But I take it from Howard Stern. Joe Rogan does the same thing. And I think any good interviewer, it's you get the privilege of watching it live.
Right.
The interview. That's the exchange. But if you're a kid and you're 12 and you're looking at Savannah Fox or Stephanie Stalls and we're talking about her feature dancing and you don't say anything, I'm not going to tell you not to watch it.
Right, you can't know that.
Either. It's up to you, right?
Right.
But if some 16-year-old starts messaging me about, I'm just seeing that Stephanie Stalls shit, bro, way to fucking go, I'm not going to answer back.
No.
For good reasons. Good reasons.
No, exactly.
Is that me?
Exactly. Like
it goes to the Netflix thing, right? Is that I don't know what's appropriate for Netflix, and they say you stupid bitch.
Right.
Like Bianca Belair called, Jade Cardell a bitch on Netflix.
Oh, that Bianca Belair shit too. That fucking whining ass shit between Naomi and Bianca Belair. Just tell me, I can't believe it. Oh my god, made me want to fucking like. It's like Real Housewives of fucking Atlanta or some shit.
No shit.
I just could not.
I love that show. That sounds great.
I was watching that shit and that's the. And what I love is like I listen to Jim Cornette complain about fast forward on like Raw and shit. And I was like, well, if you kind of know what's going on, it's not like if they're going from, like if we're not going from the main event, like you kind of know how a wrestling show pans out. Like, okay, I know I don't need to worry. Like I know I got like a tag team match coming up and a female wrestling match, so I don't have to be like right precise with it. I could start the tag team match halfway through it. I don't need to see them walk down the aisle for 20 minutes. Like, I just, like, so I don't mind the whole, like, barely not knowing how to fast forward or not seeing everything I'm fast. It's not a big deal. I'm just like, okay, no, I'm good with this. But they've been doing good things. I don't know. And I know it broke your tiny heart when John Cena switched. I know he's your role model. You and that kid on the front row wearing his shirt, like, you never done anything for him. I was like, that's some bullshit. Mecca's done everything for you, John Cena. That's bullshit, dude.
Dude, I'm so excited for this shit, man.
I'm so excited.
I just can't hide it.
Well, you're gonna have to. All right, so what do you? So far, I think I heard tonight Kevin Owens and Randy Orton are definitely at WrestleMania, which is just another. It's almost like
he missed a day of work. He goes through a ladder. He goes through a barbed wire chair. He goes through a barbed wire table. The table gets set on fire. He loses his house. He rebuilds his house the next day. Kevin Owens does it all. And I guess that it seems to be, maybe there'll be like a three-way somehow of CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. Kevin Owens, Canada gets annexed into the United States. Kevin Owens leads the charge to reclaim Canada and free Canada, all within an hour. And he still manages to show up to work on time. Well, you know. Owens is early. You got to give it to Kevin Owens. Those Canadians have a hardcore work ethic, man. Charlotte Flair and Tiffy. Is it Tiffy? Yeah, Tiffy are going to be at WrestleMania. And let's talk. This shit was wild. Like, what the fuck was that about? Wait, you talking about? What are you talking about? her beating Rhea for the title. I thought that was a
Oh,
dud.
fucking Neo that looks like she's about to get kabuki'd every time she does that. What the hell is that, woman? Like, what? How is that your thing? She can't say a promo. She can't. And they just gave her the thing, and now somehow it's like Rhea and Bianca keep pushing her around, and it's just like, dude, what's. Let's give the title back to Rhea Ripley and put Bianca. I mean, that might have been a decent match, but I mean, Jade Cargill and Naomi, I mean, they got I don't know, there's all kinds of desperate housewives.
I would have seen Jade Cargill get the belt and have her and Bianca tear it up. But because I think that would have been way more interesting on a story level.
Yeah, yeah. I can't get over the fact that that's her move. I can't get over the fact of that. Like, I can't get that out of my mind. That's her.
I don't have a problem with Io Sky. I just don't like the way it was done. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense, but I still, like, every time I look at her, I just see her like, who nobody told you it looks like you're taking 2 dicks to the face, like, in that moment.
How lovely.
Seriously, nobody came like Io, like, and she's in that whole Dakota Kai thing. Like, nobody, like, when there's like 4 or 5 of them together, they're not like, hey, Io, it looks like you're like shake weighting that shit in your face. Like, why do you do that? Like, I don't understand that. Has anybody? That'd be my one question for Io Scott. So why do you jerk off 2 people at one time in your promo things? I don't get that. Io.
Io does a bunch of cool shit, right? Like war game shit where she like jumps off like the top of the thing onto everybody. She does like trash can shit.
Yeah.
I love how fucking crazy that girl is, right? But at the same time, if you wanted her to have the fucking belt, you should have fucking have her beat Rhea at an event that meant something like the Royal fucking Rumble.
But I mean,
so much harder.
The events don't even matter anymore, dude. Like before, the thing was you build towards your pay-per-views and you do the house shows and you make all that stuff. Now it does, like, dude, we have billions of dollars. It does not matter how we put this out there, where we put, like, we don't have to worry about Goldberg and Hulk. Like, we could put Goldberg and Hulk Hogan on the fucking on cable, no problem. Let's just give it away for free because it doesn't matter. We got $5 billion. So they don't care where they're putting this stuff out. So they can give it to, I mean.
I agree with you 90%. The John Cena thing of him turning heel was great at Elimination Chamber. You couldn't do that out on Monday Night Raw. It wouldn't have had the same effect. But I agree with them. If they want to take a title off of somebody, they could do it whenever they fucking want to do it, right? They could just put it on Netflix, and it's not free, but it's relatively cheap.
And they are trying to get as many eyeballs on Netflix as they can at this moment. Like, they're trying to show, like, hey, this is a viable way to do this product. I mean,
I agree with you, the fact that events don't matter for 90%. But, you know, if you're going to beat Cody Rhodes, I don't want a title defense on Netflix of Cody Rhodes.
Right.
Well, that's significant, right? But like, again, CM Punk and Seth Rollins kind of had a steel cage match, and that should have been reserved for something.
Yeah.
That's a pay-per-view caliber level type match. Now, I don't want Hell in a Cell on Monday Night Raw. That to me makes no fucking sense because we have a pay-per-view devoted to that.
All right. But I mean, it's almost like, imagine if you went to a house show and be like, holy shit, dude, I saw the title change hands last night. I can't wait to see if it's on TV. Like, and then if there's like some, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine if you're watching Netflix, just like, you know, out of the blue, you can say, oh, they're not going to, because that was a very big swerve and surprise. Like, there's no way they're going to take the title off of Rhea fucking Ripley right before the WrestleMania and do it on Netflix, basically for nothing. You know what I mean? And they did it. And now it's becoming just a whole nother, it's becoming a part of WrestleMania, the storyline. Like, I mean, I'm sure they're trying to work out, like, let's see if we can get 3-1. Let's do a men's 3-way and a women's 3-way, which I know seems like an awesome thing to a lot of us guys, but it's just, I mean, there's just too many body parts going on at the same time and too much shit going on. Like, you can't keep focused on. Somebody's gonna roll out of the ring for 30 minutes, which gets on my fucking nerves. I'm so sick of people just rolling out the ring. And I think I've noticed, like, because you see a lot of people like bending down and doing their, like, you can kind of, and I don't know if it's because I'm getting older and I can notice shit better, but I think it's because they're trying to work too fast. Like before Macho Man and, uh, Macho Man, the Intercontinental title, I'm saying, what is his name? The American Dragon? Fuck, I can't think of his name. Anyways, but I'm just saying, like, they worked very slow, and that was a. Yeah, Steamboat. But I'm saying that match, like, nothing really happened in that match, but they just kept going and going and going.
I'll give you a good example, The Miz. The Miz is a very technical, slow worker.
Yeah.
And the guy's never hurt.
Yeah.
Right?
Because he's so fucking slow.
He is a very slow, technical worker. Guy's never hurt.
No.
And look, I understand that shit happens, right? So, I don't know if you know who Chris Bay is by any chance?
No, I don't know off the top of my head. I might know what he looks like, but I don't know the name.
So Chris Bay was in a match and he landed on his neck, and then he was like paralyzed from the neck down, and he had a 10 to 15% chance of walking. Like 4 months later, the guy is walking around, and his chances of walking were like so low. But again, that's a different type of getting hurt, right?
Right.
Where shit happens, and that's not a slow issue. That's just that you got suplexed in a weird place, right?
Right.
But I do think that, and I agree with you, that guys might be working a little too quick, a little too rough, a little too stiff.
Right. And I think that they're like, they can't. And like, it's just like, oh, we got to do something more. We got to keep their attention. Like, it's still, I'm not for sure. A lot of people have been punched in their face, but that fucking hurts. So, like, the fact that, a dude's getting punched in his face and can take it, like, that should be enough for you. Because I don't know if you've been punched in your face by a real damn man, but that shit hurts. Hurts.
I mean, I'll talk about this, right? So, I used to do martial arts before, my condition got worse, and you used to spar. I fucking hate sparring. Because even if you got a helmet on and your opponent's got gloves on, getting fucking knocked in the head, even at like 50% power, it's not fucking fun.
No.
And then every once in a while, you get knocked in, and like you're dazed and confused, and like I remember the sensei was running it, and like I was slow to get the fuck up. He said, "It's been a few days." He said, "Me and well," he said, "You okay?" And I said, "I think I'm okay. I'm just getting up slow because I got hit in the head, and I took a hard shot." He said, "It's been a few days where I've been hit in the head, and I don't know who I am." But I think people don't realize that if you're getting fucking suplexed or punched in the face or thrown around, I'm sure there's been a few moments in John Cena's career, or Randy Orton's, or Kevin Owens, or Sami Zayn, where like, I'm not too sure if I know who I am.
Right.
So like, or I'm sure that if we went through like 10 matches or 50 matches, maybe 10's not enough, but we could find where a wrestler wasn't all put together for a few seconds.
Right. No, and I mean, there's so many injuries that we see. Like just recently, that dude in the Judgment Day that did the flip off the thing and hit the back of his head. Like, forget his fucking, but I mean, he just.
Is it Carlito?
No, it was the other guy, the guy that was in the tag team championship with Finn Balor.
Oh, JD.
Yeah, he did like a flip off the thing, and he hit his head and just continued doing the fucking match. Like there should be, like, but if we weren't trying to, like, it is enough to do a suplex in the middle of the fucking ring, and still, I mean, then we take all this real, and everybody gets out of the finishes and stuff, and like. You can't take a submission. I mean, there's just all these things. Like, we keep pushing the boundaries out so far. It's like, no, like, that's why the UFC, like, we don't keep pushing the boundaries of that because we don't want to see another person get hit in the face like 12 times without any fight.
Rare, right?
Yeah.
The guy needs to fucking, and the guy has been fighting so fucking much, and he should be fighting 3 times a year, not 4 or 5.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry. I don't want to get into an octagon. It seems it's a fucking hard job. Mm-hmm. And also, It's not the fight that's the problem. It's all the goddamn fucking training you do. Because, yeah, you're wearing a fucking helmet while you're training, and somebody's not punching you in the head hard, like as if you were in a real fight, but you're still getting fucking smacked around. You're still being fucking stretched out. You're still being wrestled down, grappled down. And, like, that's why I think Pereira lost his last fight. I think the guy is, I think he's got to fight a little bit less, and he's got to say, look, I'm your champ, but I'll fight 3 times a year every 4 months. I'm not going to fight every 3 months. I'm not going to fight every 2.5 months.
Right.
And there gets a fucking point where it's like that extra. And I think Pereira's either 33 or 34 or 35. Like, when you're 35, your body doesn't heal as if you're 25.
Right.
I drink the same way as if I'm 25.
Well,
now
see,
that I'm 32.
And that's the other thing. Like wrestlers just keep. It just keeps going and going, and that we don't. They're like, oh, we gotta push a little bit. Let's do quadruple backflip off the triple top rope and off the top of the steel cage and do this. Like, guys, like you realize, like it's, you know, you don't have to do this. Like for some, like and the more you push it, the more we want it pushed. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I get it. Like you want to differentiate yourself or whatever, but it's just not worth it. Like we used to be very like, man, you know, like how enthralled were we all by Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant, or by any of these like crappy ass fucking like wrestling matches that weren't really doing that much, but it was 2 dudes like putting their, and but again, it could be because I was young. It could be completely different, but.
So I agree to an extent. So I want the pushing, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think what CM Punk and Seth Rollins, I was entertained in that steel cage match. I thought it was great, but I also thought it was ridiculous that Roman ruined it, right? But like, I don't want pointless matches like that, right? So I get, like, to me, the guys should be killing themselves at Hell in a Cell, right?
Right.
So, you know, I'll give a really good example. I thought Bayley and Sasha Banks beat the shit out of each other at Hell in a Cell. And they destroyed each other, weapons, everything. It was a bloody match. It was great. Kendo sticks, chairs, every fucking thing you wanted. And those girls tore it down, right? But, like, I don't want to see that every fucking week. It's not a necessity every week to fucking do a match like that.
Nope.
But and then you want to reserve that for when there's real issues. So that's a grubber match, right? So Sasha and Bayley, or let's say Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens was a good example. That unsanctioned match, they've been doing this shit forever, right?
Right.
And it was crystal clear that they had a to settle. And the match should have been done in that fashion, and the story should have been done in that fashion.
Right.
It would have been better to do that at WrestleMania, saying we need to test our friendship and we need that, and then WWE said we can't sanction this match, and then it should have been an unsanctioned match.
Yeah.
And that would have been a great WrestleMania match, right? Because
And
now
what
you have this Canadian friendship on the line, and friends sometimes have to fight, and then you gotta beat the shit out of your friends to solve your friendship problem.
Right. Well,
I don't know. I mean, again, but I don't want to see Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn beat the shit out of each other with ladders, barbed wires, cables, whatever, tacks, glass, the whole shebang. I don't want to see that every fucking week.
right. It's a little bit too much. A little bit too much. Every week.
That match wrestling kid, and that happens every fucking month, and that's sick. They fight in something called the Pit, right?
Yeah.
It's not even a fucking ring, man. It's a fucking octagon, or it's in a barn, and like the only way you win in the Pit is like referee stoppage. It's called Pit Fighter, right?
Yeah.
The Pit Fighter came about because ICW was held outside and it was raining, and ICW said, you know what? We're not fucking canceling this. We'll do this fucking tomorrow. But we're going to do something inside in this fucking barn, and we're going to do Pit Fighter, and we're going to do 2 events, not 1. fucking come out, everybody. Hey, let's have a good time. Pick up their $10.
Well, there you go. They figured it out.
And I'm watching this shit. I'm like, this is fucking awesome. And everybody else is like, this is fucking brilliant. And then it evolved with like Pit Fighter, ICW. And I'm like, alrighty. And then they said, wow, there's a lot of reception to this. Let's do it again. Holy shit, this is a good idea. Let's do round 3. 15 times later, we're still going strong.
Well, you know, when you got a good idea, you want to run it into the ground as much as you can.
So yeah, but I agree with you that it's a little too much. It's kind of like March Madness.
Oh, March Madness. Yes, March Madness. It is a little bit too much.
It's pretty fucking extreme.
Well,
it's fucking 63 games for the men, 63 games for the women. Oh my fucking god.
and you're watching every one of them, aren't you?
No, I'm watching as much as I can. I pick and choose.
You know, the Final Four is when I give a shit. If even.
I mean, Vanderbilt broke my heart today, but that was a tough game to women. That was not. That is significantly my worst loss on both sides of that fucking trade. Oh, that was just a hard fucking game.
So when you watch women's basketball, is there like a niche community where you all know each other and shit? Because there's only like 5 or 6 of y'all, right?
Yeah, exactly. We all hang out together on Sundays under the left side of the Brooklyn Bridge.
Oh no, the left side of Brooklyn Bridge.
We wanted the right side, but you know, the Star Wars community claimed it, so we figured that we can't win.
So are you gonna be off your feels next week, or are you gonna still be crying over this whole John Cena heel turn just ruining your entire life?
No, I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled about this John Cena shit.
I'm
I'm excited for it. I think it's great. I think it's smart. I'm again. I like this idea. I wasn't sold on it on paper, right?
Yeah.
I thought on paper it was a stupid idea, right? I thought this whole idea, Cena versus Cody Rhodes, was ridiculous, right? I thought this was the stupidest idea. I'm like, great, we're going to have the real star. This is going to be Jey Uso versus Gunther. And I'm like, I now have a different opinion after this. And I had no problem with I don't think I'm the only one who thought this was a stupid idea, right? John Cena, Cody Rhodes. I'm like, 2 baby faces? Like, what the fuck? How are they going to make this relevant? And they did.
Right, I think that's what the whole play. Like, I mean, the 2 babyface pay-per-view doesn't really work that much. So I think they decided like, hey, we gotta turn somebody heel. Cody can't do it, and I bet you, I'm almost positive that I'd be really surprised if John Cena stays heel for very long after this WrestleMania. I think it's just let's go get some tickets, let's burn some money, let's go.
This is what I think, right? And in which that so what it was is that The Rock was speaking about this in the press conference, and I thought it was really, really interesting. He said, because somebody asked, how did you feel about this Hogan-Rock thing? I know Hulk Hogan's a dirty word, right? But it's important that we speak about it, because Hulk Hogan in that match became the babyface.
Yeah.
And The Rock became the heel. And then they had to switch the whole match up in the middle of it. But that was what that was. And so what The Rock was explaining during this whole thing is that it was not until it was crystal clear that Cody couldn't turn on John Cena, but everybody was in agreement that if necessary, one of them would have had to go.
Right.
Because if Cody went heel and he turned on Cena, it could have worked. It might have even worked better.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
But I guess the reaction of Cody telling The Rock to go fuck himself, solidified it, and The Rock gave the signal to John to do what he had to do. But then The Rock also would have given the signal to Cody.
Right.
If it was going to have to go the other way, because it could have.
It could have.
It's so interesting.
What the hell's going on?